igual izquierda y derecha, yo creo.
She was younger. She would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. The trees. The mountains. Caves.
Yo creo que esto ya nos da igual, ¿no?
I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there, if you look for them.
Mother? Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Hombre, hay gente que ve a su madre en piedra y Simba la veía en nubes. Yo, cada uno con su locura que haga lo que quiera, la verdad.
She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her. She misses her so much.
Eso creo que ya lo vi. Creo. No me lo esperaba, tío. Hostia, no me lo esperaba, tío.
It's not over. It's not over. Don't let them get behind you. Let them surround
Hijo de puta ese, ¿eh?
She needs to go back.
She can't.
It won't open.
Why won't it open?
Why won't it open?
There's another challenge.
She hasn't.
The new the challenge, un nuevo récord. Madre, tío, qué bueno, tío. Oye, pues me parece un juegazo y no le han dado bombo ninguno, tío. Bombo ninguno. Vamos. Algunos me tirarán piedras y me criticarán, pero vamos, esto le da 1000 vueltas al God of War, ¿eh? Apartado artístico y todo. ¿Qué pasa, Morate? Pues yo no he escuchado mucho este juego, ¿eh? Bueno, acaban. Yo lo escuché el año pasado que iban a sacar la secuela, pero... Ay, 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 ay.
She's ready.
Uf. Estos son los cabrones, los del mazo, ¿eh? Uy, espera, estaba leyéndote.
It's not over. It's not over.
La batería del mando se está agotando, se mete los huevos. Y escríbeme por el WhatsApp, Morate, para que no vean tu nick. Ah, es el mismo, vos Morate. Vale, luego te agrego. A ver, no pone el mío no lo pone por aquí. Antes ponía...
I can still smell it. The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. You hear them too, Senua?
Yes.
La puta de este juego, que a veces te mete subtítulos abajo, subtítulos arriba. parte esta de los símbolos todavía no me queda claro qué exactamente en qué zona la tengo que buscar.
You can hear the winds.
Follow the screams. Screams.
Find them.
Yo en estas cosas pierdo mucho tiempo, tío. ¿Tengo que subir ahí o...?
Focus.
¡Ey! Ah, y ahora falta la Y. Vale.
Find them.
Focus. Now.
Are they screaming?
The screams will help you.
The path to Helheim is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened. When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
¡Puta!
Get up quick. She's injured. She can still do it.
¡No! A ver, ¿qué pasa ahora? ¿Me matan? ¿Tengo que volver el juego a empezar? Vale, un poquito antes de la pelea, vale. Joder, pero no detecta el primer...
She's so weak, she's so weak.
Me acorrala la puta esquina.
We're winning.
He's down. Finish it. Finish it. She's scared. Defend yourself. Too slow. Behind you.
Las bases son buenísimas, tío, lo de Viganju.
She'll never finish it. It's nearly over. Finish it.
Ahora, joder. Uf, uf, uf. Otro de estos. Mira, primero me cargo a este. Vaya hostia me ha dado. Y esa cámara más guarra me ha puesto ahí.
Remember your training.
Recuerda tu entrenamiento, me dicen. Pues muy bien. Si los me han hecho ni tutoriales de juego. Joder, me tira,
Quickly get up. She can still do it.
Guau, guau, guau.
She's hurt. She won't make it.
Vaya hostia, o le hago el turbo, tío. Sí, sí. Como la... finish, sí señor. Cabrón el juego, tío.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel, and that the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Encuentra el fuego. Tiro esta, toma por culo y lo prendo.
Before the Earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Ah, no puedo subir por ahí. ¿Cómo que no puedes subir por ahí?
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs. Answer your prayers, Senua. I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Si tengo que ir por ahí, a ver.
Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, where I once followed my own
Yo creo que
gods,
el árbol
the
este me puede ayudar,
Trahadan.
sí, vale.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior.
¿Qué faltaría, tío?
To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Yo, me falta la R.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died.
La R o el glifo ese, ¿no?
Even gods you worship can die with you.
Supongo que sí, puedes subir. Ah, ahí abajo, tío. Porque me la ha puesto, me ha movido la máquina, la cámara, si no. Sacrificio. ¿Y qué puerta abro, tío?
Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the crime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now. escape your darkness.
Sidua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Pues puede ser también para esta, ¿eh? Si le hacemos así un poquito... Vamos.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Es esta para el revés, tío. Tengo que dar la vuelta. A ver.
It's the secret. I can't see.
Pues yo lo que hubiera hecho que el reflejo del sol daba al suelo y la tenías que coger ahí, pero bueno. Seguramente el último sitio va a ser ahí lo alto, porque pasa han puesto el decorado. ¿Y el último qué es? Un palitroque. Palitroque con un triángulo. Palitroque. Palitroque con un triángulo.
can't escape my darkness, then so can you.
Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire!
She's dying!
It's empty. It's empty.
Pero... vale, cinemática. Te digo, ¿muero o no muero?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from you.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill a lot of surgeons. Take his mark, and I will cheer you from
Tiene pinta de ser jodido,
being your dead.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
Oh, hija de puta,
Stop him! Stop him! He's getting stronger! Right now! See past it! The mirror focus is building. Can't. She's going to die. No, she is.
Oh, está así, no puedo darle.
What's happening?
so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have. To find your answers. Your quest. Your truth.
Pues me resulta más difícil el cuervo, la verdad. Pues le salían super villanos al lado.
Truth was a troubled man. A scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds.
Espera. Voy mal. Bueno, he dicho que voy mal, pero no sé yo, ¿eh?
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
No sé si estoy volviendo bien, macho.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before, and she will do so again.
With the mark of Elraven and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it. So dark. It's dark. The dark. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross into hell.
Coño, está sin pintar y sin nada.
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved. In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender. Abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Tu demanda, pues, conquista, hombre. Está súper guapo, tío.
The gods made you a warrior.
Oh, ahí he fallado.
When there is a new road ahead, the only one that makes any sense.
Vaya hostia me ha dado el cabrón. Para atrás, dos pasitos, vamos. La música Está genial, tío.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
Oh, ¿qué ha pasado?
Quickly get up! She's injured. She's hurt. She won't make it.
Oh.
Get up quick! She can still do it. He's down. Finish it. Strike. Get out of the way!
¡Hostia!
Behind you! There's more. Be ready. You can do it. Close. Behind you. She's so weak and so weak. Behind you.
Oh.
Get up. She's going to die. She's injured. She can still do it. Take him down. Take him down. Behind you. Stop them. Finish this. Stop. She will die.
Joder, ¿no?
You won it.
Pues se ve así. Vale, no. Ahí hay escaleras. Algo tengo que hacer para que las escaleras se formen, pero ¿el qué? ¿Pero el qué, macho? Aquí hay una puerta. Pues ¿por qué no he empezado por esa puerta?
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
Ah, joder, no lo veía, ¿eh? Ah, por aquí puedo ir. Pues ni me he percatado, ¿eh? Tengo que subir un piso más. A ver. Ah, aquí. Cuando acabas el juego te convalidan la carrera de filología vikinga. Y aquí... Ah, bueno, tenemos ahí una piedra ancestral, por llamarle de algún modo. Piedra ancestral. Ancestral, la palabra.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
The gate. It's opening.
Who is it? It's coming.
That song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Se ha timado el maestro armero, ¿no? Con la espada. Hostia.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You fail the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking?
Pues podría haber dicho que está rota.
Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on. There.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Did it? It's
Not like this.
It's not real. It's real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No, it's not. It's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. What's happening? Go towards it.
¿Se puede ir por la playa o...? Pero vamos, no muy lejos.
There it is. You're imagining things. It's still in. He's gone. You was go slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you. It was to trick you. Pretend you. Where are you going? See, there's nothing to follow. Come on.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
You're getting stronger. It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind. There's the tree.
There he was,
Where is it?
the lone figure of a boy.
He's there, under the tree.
Swordplay under the shade of a tree.
You have to.
She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him.
Under the tree.
The glue lifted, and for the first time in years,
His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother hates Sigmund wants him. Sigmund refuses him. So he hates Sigmund.
Hay una escalera al fondo, supongo que por aquí no se puede subir.
When they arrive,
Supongo.
they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Sigurd captures Sigmund and his brothers.
Bueno, por lo menos.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a serpent with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens. The she-wolf the sweet honey from Sigmund's face. He bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like his enemy. His enemy, King Sigurd, believing him dead.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with sorcerers, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sigfjotli. After a time, he sends
It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. see the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua,
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one?
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, man. I promise.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting for you by the tree.
Pensaba que era uno.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye.
man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck it. Thus the victory could not be his.
Take it.
He bowed his
A
head.
sword. Take it. Take it. Let it be you. Take it. It's a trick. It's a trick. It's ending. It's coming from there. And there. Look, where's it coming from? She's done something.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. To the tree of death, take you to new lands, where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard. Go to the shards. What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestone.
Find it. The metal. The runes. You need that sword. Go to the shard. Find the shards.
Where is it?
Find it. There it is.
Focus.
Where's the shard? Focus.
Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
What can you see?
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place.
Where are we? Where is she? It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death because we have no answer for it. But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Hervor, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword Tyrving.
Don't go in there. Go in. You have to go in.
Take the torch.
It's too dark. Take it. This will help you.
Careful.
You have to be able to see.
Who's there? Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember? I'll find him.
dicho las voces que voy por el camino incorrecto, pero hay que volver.
Herva disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning.
No sabía que se podía hacer eso, pero
She comes to the
por
grave
intuición
mound
he
of her
dicho voy a
father
probar.
after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist.
Oh,
The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
I can hear him.
Within the burial mound, Herver calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
es un puntazo el fuego reflejado en el agua, tío. No sé si voy en círculos.
Find another way. It's not working.
You have to use your mind. Where can you go?
You're failing. Find another way.
Think. Focus. Use your mind.
Don't slip through. It's not him. It's not him.
We told you. We told you it was a trick.
Aquí no se ve nada, nada. Y si por el otro lado me dejo algo importante, otra piedra de esas. Vamos a ver. Es un dilema. O a lo mejor me lo dejo de ahí. ¿No puedes coger una de estas de momento? Ella está encendida. O sí. ¿A qué vuelta al principio?
What's happening? It's not him. It can't be.
What's that sound? The voice is changing.
What? That's not Dillian.
That doesn't sound like Dillian.
Herver ignores her father's warnings. The grave mound opens, and it seems to be full of fire. Again, Herver demands her inheritance, but her father warns her the sword is cursed and would be the bane of her family. But he relents and brings her the sword. She leaves the island with it, but the curse holds true, and death would follow in the years to come. And so, Senua, the misdeeds of a father have cursed his daughter.
lost without him. That voice. It's not Dillian. Dillian wants me to face my fears. Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chieftain's son.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No!
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
It's done. You did it, but there's more. There's more. You're tired, but you have to keep going. There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy. You're getting tired. Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you got the watch? She hasn't got the energy. No. Too much to do.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older, and where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
this place?
It's creepy. It feels wrong. It feels strange. Where is it?
Creepy.
Where are we? Turn back. This is wrong. This has to be wrong. This place stinks. There he is. Dilius. The light. Go towards it. He's in the house. Find him. He's going in. He's disappearing. Follow him. Don't let him disappear. Where's it gone? Keep going. How do you find it? It's just a trial. It's just another test. You just have to solve it, and then you will find him. But then you will succeed.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillion will help me. The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillion and the others. But the water. She could taste the rot. No one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
The bridge. It's broken. Fix it. You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it? You can't get to the house until the bridge is fixed. You must. You have to find him. Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial. It doesn't finish until you get to the house. Before he disappears, Senua. You have to get in.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhand, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. That is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
¿Qué pasa? Sí, estoy cargando el mando. Espera, quito el carga. Hellblade, está guapo el juego este. De una vikinga que está loca y tiene que ir a no sé dónde.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here! I'm right here!
Are you in there?
Find him. You
Come
have to
out
find
if
him.
you are.
The roof's spoken.
They're coming for me!
Are you dying? Are you? Where is he? There's too much.
Someone's calling you. Someone's calling you. Why are you?
What's that voice?
You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him.
Dillian?
Go to him. He's trying to save you. There it is. It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away.
Feel it.
You'll die.
Feel it.
You're dying. The burning.
She's dying. The burning.
The burning.
Run now!
The light. Go towards it. Focus. 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 Look.
Sí, tengo eso.
There it is. It's close.
Run now!
You're not to see it.
It is.
Go towards it.
Run.
Focus.
Find
Focus.
it.
Focus. Focus. To find one more. One more. Find the other symbol. You're lost.
And look at you. Where is he?
Where are you?
You've got them.
You have them.
Where's the door?
You have to find a way out.
Find the gate.
Get out. Run.
Run.
Run. Look at you.
Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
I can't find you!
Okis. Hasta luego. Era hoy. Sí, en Twitch. No, es por la tarde, 4 horas.
Senua!
Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again. You're being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Trust us. Does it see? Where are we? What is this? It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay? Let's stay here. It's safe here. It's calm here. It's light here. It's nice. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death. and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world, fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
She can't. She will. She'll find a way. She will. Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe.
Dillion.
There he is.
There he is.
What are you waiting for?
Quick, find a way.
Find him.
Go through him.
Before he disappears.
Dillion, don't lose him.
Slip away too many times.
You always let him disappear.
Dillion, there he is.
Quick.
Where is he?
Where's he gone?
We're in the wrong world.
He's not here.
She's in the wrong world.
He's not in this world.
He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
The dark.
The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillion taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of color stretching away from the gloom. And Senna explored new paths into the unknown.
Comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe? I did not ask the mistletoe, Baldur's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear.
You got it.
He's the reason she keeps fighting.
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without. Do you remember the way he touched you? He cared in a way that nobody else did.
She thought she had light within her.
She is pure darkness. Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillion's there. Where are you taking me?
He's up there. How do you get up there? There's a way. There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. You're nearly there. She'll find the way. He led you astray.
to listen to your father when you had the chance.
Why didn't you listen to him?
His love has tortured you, and it tortures you.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Hud, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Hud says, "I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon." Loki replies, "Here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands." And Hud throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Hud is slain.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, the future.
You have no time for this. Speed.
Two realities tearing at her soul.
It's all part of their game.
They've set you trials to distract you.
They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall.
What if these trials mean nothing?
Laughing at you.
What if they take you no closer to Dillian?
Dillian, and you're letting this get in your way.
What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the otherwise thing?
Do you remember the way he looked? What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by minute by minute? What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she can.
They mean nothing.
Saved her being special.
Waste of time.
Could all be a waste of her time.
What if the gods are just
Playing
What if the gods...
with her.
It wouldn't be this.
Be the first time. Everything gets broken in the end.
You killed him with your love because he believed in you.
No puedo. Vale.
Dillian's in the tower.
He's there.
¿Que te la lonja al lado o qué?
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell.
Even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
He was kind to her.
Claro, lo has pescado, ¿no? Ok, pues luego nos vemos. Hasta luego.
She should have listened to her. Why didn't she listen to her? She thought she could do
Your curse has claimed Dillion.
Poor Dillion. He didn't know he was kind.
The curse cannot.
You have no chance for love now.
Nobody will love you again.
Ever again. You kill.
What if this is pointless?
What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work?
You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere.
Everywhere. What if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense?
The gods were lying. If you think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense.
Worlds. But it doesn't mean anything.
This language you don't understand.
Sinbel was right.
You're wasting time.
You're cursed. Never succeed. So quicker. Dillion!
There he is.
Dillion never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbel. I guess he took after his father, the chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, and to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel. You're going to fall, careful.
No, she's not. She's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua.
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to him. Just gone to the water. He's drowned.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you from the inside.
You're disappearing one memory at a time. Every time you remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're not yours anymore. They're going to take everything you have. The memories are ghosts. They belong to the gods, not to you. They're eating you from the inside. They want to kill your soul. They want to crush it. You think they want your body, they want your soul.
They want your mind,
And they're going to take it. The memories were yours, but they're the gods now. Nothing is yours anymore. It's disappearing with your memories.
Igual falta, macho. Ah, falta ese, macho. Falta uno más. Yo creo que es el último. A ver.
The Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Where am I? I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me?
Dillian.
I'm right here. Can't you see me?
No. Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts. Tell me what you feel.
The breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you can.
The others. The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
I can't go on. Lillian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Good.
I've reached the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the sword. I'm no coward. Prove that to me in the warrior trial. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your battle. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. We need people like you.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Shh. Shh.
I know what you're thinking. He's not really here. It seems there's no escaping the past in this place. It's if she's forced to
There's
release
a water. I can't go on this way.
what end.
Then look for another way and tell me what you find.
There is a house. I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
Qué hostia.
There's something in you.
Do you see it?
No.
Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
not following me.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
It's not following me.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
¿Pero esto me ha contado con una muerte o no? No sé si voy bien, no.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks.
Voy a cerrar un momento la puerta porque me entra la luz.
Death.
The darkness is testing you, but you are in control.
Chico. Vaya tela.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks. Of death.
The darkness is testing you, but you are in control.
A ver.
There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Delia. Help me.
Come to the side.
Delia. Is that you? I can see a light.
Yes, I can see you too.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Yo tengo curiosidad de cuántos intentos me quedan
You were
de morir.
gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
You've done it. You did it. The warrior trials. Go get the sword. You have to get the sword.
With grammar reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillion was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him. Like when we first met.
Yo supongo que ya sí me deja coger la espada. Vamos a ver. Madre mía, yo creo que una muerte más.
Dillion gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind and become a warrior in Dillion's clan.
Go back. It's not safe.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
No. He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
But years later, with Zinbal's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. A plague.
Dillion?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Dillion.
Do you you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us. You have blood on your hands.
They're coming for you now.
They're coming.
They're coming to get you.
Hold your heavy strike.
Hold it!
Hold the heavy strike.
Hold
Hold. Unleash the sword.
Too strong!
Remember, this is courage.
Focus! Focus now!
Finished it.
There's nowhere to run to.
In the sea of corpses, the corpse waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed from the land of shining fields. Their memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
She's lost. She doesn't know where she's trying to get to. Is there any escape? Is there any escape?
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. Look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zinbel, you turned your back on the gods and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?
stronger than you.
Madre mía, qué tensión.
Who is it? Galena!
Where are you?
Do you hear, Senora?
It's
Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galena? She calls for you, Senora. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
The darkness took her life, and it will take you. It's taking you.
Supongo que por aquí.
Into it. Surrender to the darkness. Darkness is here.
¿Qué pasa, Javi? Perdona, es Hellblade. Un juego de Ninja Theory. Es la compañía.
I need you! Help me!
Both dead. You both surrendered to the voices.
Your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came for her. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
Hace dos golpes de ataque este.
It's not over. It's not over.
Focus is coming back. Focus.
Joder, tío.
You can do this. Get up quick. She's hurt with blood.
She's injured. She's not gonna make it. Finish this.
End it now. It's not over. Keep going.
¡Joder!
Behind you!
Joder, me gancho, me yuyu.
She's injured! She's not gonna make it.
Joder, tío.
You're close!
No lo veo. Si tengo otro, no lo veo. Ahí.
fight on. You should suffer with your brethren in this world and let your blood sink into the seas, the rivers of hell. Isn't that what we deserve after all we've done? Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he would thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
Tantas vueltas que he dado, no sé dónde tengo que ir, macho. Supongo que por aquí. Vaya tela.
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices. The darkness has taken you. Galena and Senwa. Galena and Senwa. You lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead. You're both dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses. The voices took her and they'll take you too. The voices have taken her. The voices will take you. Surrender to the darkness. It's the end. Darkness will take you. The end for you. It will take you to your mother.
Mola como está representado, tío. Que de momento el que más me mola de todos los infiernos es el de Dante Inferno.
Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother, to go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua, look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Symbol was right. Everyone will suffer.
Zimbel is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us? Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help, a little hope.
Bueno, lo dejamos aquí por hoy.